Thank you, Felix. Brand on Demand is a creative agency, but at its heart, we are in the business of solving brand problems. And so we help businesses understand who they are, what they stand for, who they need to reach, and how they can communicate that in a way people actually remember. So, yes, we create campaigns, identities, content, and digital experiences, but everything starts with the brand and the business problem we are trying to solve. So, Brand on Demand was born from a simple observation. Businesses don't always need more marketing, to be frank with you. They need better thinking, all right? And so we saw businesses with great products and great ambition struggle to translate that or struggle to translate what they do into brands that people could understand, connect with, and remember. And so we wanted to build an agency that could bring strategy and creativity together and make that great creative thinking accessible to businesses that are serious about growth. Right. So to us, brand on demand isn't just a name, it's a promise. Okay, it means having the right creative thinking when you need it. And so a business might need to reposition its brand today, launch a campaign tomorrow, develop a new identity next month, or completely rethink how it communicates with its customers. We want to be the creative partner that can step in, understand the challenge, and build the right solution. Well, we also believe that a brand is more than a logo, and this sentence is by far the most used sentence in branding, right? But a brand is what people think, feel, and remember when they encounter your business. So our job isn't simply to make a business look good. Well, we are good at that, but it is to make the business meaningful, distinctive, and relevant. We start with strategy, we find the right idea, and then we use creativity to bring that idea to life. That is basically what we do. Felix, we don't want to be the agency that simply takes a brief and produces an execution plan. Uh, we want to understand the reason behind the brief. All right. We want to ask big questions. We challenge the assumptions. We look at the customer. We look at the market, the competition, and the business itself before we create. All right. That's important because sometimes the best creative solution isn't the first idea. All right. It is the idea that comes from understanding the problem properly. All right. Well, creativity without strategy can become decorative. And so, strategy without creativity can also become forgettable. All right. I hope you're with me. The magic happens when the two work together. And so, strategy tells us where we are going, creativity gives us the reason for you to come along with us. We don't see our clients simply as people who give us briefs. We see them as partners. All right. Sometimes they come to us with a clear problem. Sometimes they come to us with an idea. And sometimes they simply know that something isn't working. Okay, so our job is to listen, diagnose the problem, and work with them to find the opportunity. Felix, the best work happens when the client trusts the process and we trust each other. Because in branding, it's all about trust. Okay, branding is a game of trust. All right. Why did we choose Ghana? Well, Ghana is an incredibly exciting market for creativity. We have ambitious entrepreneurs, we have growing businesses, we have established corporations, and now we have a new generation of consumers who are more connected and more demanding than ever. And so the opportunity for us is huge. but the competition for attention is also huge. Ghanaian brands don't just have to compete on price or product anymore. They have to compete on relevance, experience, meaning, and memorability. Okay, because if you are not top of mind, you cannot be deep in pocket. All right. Yes, that's where creativity becomes a serious business tool for us. Yes. One of the biggest mistakes we see businesses make is confusing visibility with branding. Being everywhere doesn't necessarily mean you are building a strong brand. You can post every day, advertise every week, and still have no clear idea what people should remember about you, Felix. Strong brands are intentional. For example, MTN, they know what they stand for, who they serve, and why they matter. All right. It might be confusing because the customer behavior is evolving, but constantly, a brand should be able to tell what they stand for, who they serve, and why we should care. Okay, so this is one of the biggest mistakes we see businesses make. We want brand on demand to become one of the most respected creative and strategic partners for ambitious brands, not just in Ghana, but across Africa and beyond. All right. We want to create people, want to create work, that people talk about. Okay. Work that produces measurable business results, work that demonstrates the power of creativity. And so we are not interested in simply getting bigger. We are interested in getting much, much better. All right. Wow. Okay, so as the creative director, it is more than an agency to me. It is a belief that businesses can think bigger, communicate better, and build brands that matter. It is also a platform for creative people to engage in some meaningful work. Every project gives us another opportunity to turn an idea into something people can see, feel, and remember. That is interesting. Don't come to us just because you need a logo. Don't come to us just because you need a campaign or some social media content. Come to us when you're ready to ask bigger questions about your brand, who we are, where we are going, why should people remember, or what should people remember about us, how how do we become impossible to ignore. Yeah, bring us a challenge. Okay, bring us a challenge, and we will bring the thinking. Okay, and together we will build a brand on demand. All right. I'm also grateful, immensely grateful to you, Felix, for this wonderful opportunity to sit with you. Well, my final words is this, and I say this wherever I go. Brand on demand is where strategy meets creativity. Okay, to turn business ambitions into memorable brands. All right, our slogan or tagline is building indelible brands. Okay, and so we are not more focused on the cosmetic nature of branding. We are focused on the strategic uh, side of branding. Okay, and so the thinking that goes into what may become a world-class organization or world-class product or world-class institution or brand is what we focus on. We are not just doing graphic design. We are trying to design brands that can get into the hearts, into the minds, and into the pockets of customers. All right, and also impact the the nation or the market in the process. Okay, so that is who we are as brand on demand.